I was so overwhelmed when I first got chickens that I was like, I wish somebody would just show me everything they do with their chickens from morning until evening. But there was nothing like that out there. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Hello friends, welcome to Chickenlandia. My name is Dahlia. I'm a backyard chicken educator, also known as the president of Chickenlandia. Raising chickens has been the best way for me to find peace and joy in my life, and I want to help you find that too. A bear has been attacking me lately. He thinks because he's so handsome, he can do whatever he wants. That's not okay, buddy. All right, I'm gonna put you down. You are handsome. I'm gonna put you down. Okay, this is just gonna be a super simple breakdown. I'm gonna show you everything I do with my chickens from morning until night. This is like 24-hour chicken care, okay? So you really wanna let your chickens out in the morning after the sun has come up. You want the sun to be in the sky because there are predators that love to hunt during that time when there's a little bit of light but the sun isn't fully in the sky. So unless you have a very predator-proof run, you want to wait until it's, basically light outside before you let your chickens out. But don't wait too long because you want to let them out. They need to stretch their legs. You don't want them to be in the coop longer than they need to be, especially if it's like hot outside or something. So before I let my chickens out, because I don't want them to be like totally underfoot, I will change their waterers. I'll clean them out a little bit if I need to. If you have gravity waterers that you don't have to refill every day, just make sure that they're full and that the water in them is clean. For me, I have ducks, so I have bowls basically that I fill with water every day, and I just make sure they're clean. I also like to bring their food out in the morning before I let them out of the coop, just so they're not attacking me while I'm trying to feed them, because they're hungry in the morning. It's like me. When I wake up, I'm hungry. I want to eat. Full disclosure, I am an ambassador for Scratch and Peck Feeds. I have been working with them for a really long time, or really honestly since like Chickenlandia got started, and basically since they got started too. They are a local company to me. They're socially responsible. Their feed is non-GMO, organic, and I just really appreciate what they're trying to do in the world and what they're trying to do for chickens. So this video is sponsored by them, but I would not have them as my sponsor if I didn't love them. I absolutely love this feed. They do have a mash feed that I like to ferment. They also have a crumble feed and a pellet feed. I was feeding their pelleted feed because my duck, Mr. Robot, he gets the fermented feed all over his face. And in the winter, it gets like frozen to his face, so that's not good. But now that the weather is warmer, I am starting to give them fermented feed again. So I'm filling their bowls. I am going to give them as much as they will eat until about the afternoon time. If the weather permits, I'll put food in other places in the chicken yard because I have new chickens in my flock right now, and I just want to make sure that no one gets stressed out, everybody gets to food, and everybody is happy. If you're interested in learning how to ferment feed, I will put a video in the description so you can learn all about that. It's super easy, but don't go and watch it yet. You need to see what else I do here. Oh gosh. Don't attack me, E-Bear. I'm starting to get sassy. Are you starting to get spicy, E-Bear? I had to pick up E-Bear again because he was attacking me. Are you taking lessons from Philippe? Philippe has stopped attacking me, so now a bear has to take over that role. I also make sure that my hens have a calcium supplement available to them every day. When chickens are older and they start to lay, the main problems that they can have to do with their reproductive system. So you really need to focus on supporting that for them. Right now I'm using the limestone from Scratch and Peck Feeds. I really like it. And also if you need to give them some grit, if your chickens are in an enclosed run, they may need to have some grit. They might not have it. So give them a little sprinkling of grit too, to make sure that they have that grit. It can go into their gizzard and help them to digest their feed. For their calcium supplement, I like to make sure that they have it available. It's in a bowl. They can have it whenever they want. Okay, you have to be a good boy, even though you're so handsome. There's a few things that I like to do in the coop in the morning just to make my life easier in the long term. I will scrape the roofs for some poop. Of course, I will collect the eggs. And if there is any poop in the nesting boxes, I will get that out of the nesting boxes so they don't get poop all over their eggs. Whenever I'm out here with my chickens, I will observe them and make sure that there's not a chicken that is like limping, or there's not a chicken that looks listless and is like in the corner or something. And if I notice anything, then I'll wait until the evening time, depending on the kind of chicken it is. Like if it's a really hard chicken to catch, I'll wait until the evening time when they're on the roost. And then when they're on the roost, I can pluck them off the roost and check and see what's going on with them. But I just want to make sure that I'm observing my chickens every single day to get ahead of problems if there are any in my flock. So let's fast forward to the afternoon. The chickens have gobbled up all their fermented feed, and I have been feeding my family during the day, and so I have some scraps that are left over. Now these are mostly vegetable scraps. There might be a little bit of protein, maybe a little bit of low sugar fruits, but mostly vegetables. I will bring that out to my chickens and give that to them in the afternoon time. And what I want to do is not give them any more that they won't finish before they go to bed. You want them to finish up all the scraps before they go to bed. If it's really cold outside, you can give them a little, a little treat before they go to sleep. But during the spring and summer and fall, I don't do that because I don't want there to be any kind of feed in the chicken yard overnight, because that's how you end up with rodents. I think this is a really important part of taking care of chickens because it gets fresh nutrients into their body. And I created this really simple way of feeding chickens. It's called the Chickenlandia Chicken Food Pyramid, and it's basically just a guide to help you to get the right nutrition into your chickens without like stressing out about it. If you want to learn more about that, I will leave a video in the description for you, but don't go and watch it yet because I have more to tell you about what I do for my chickens in the evening time. At dusk, when the sun starts to go down, you really want to get to your chickens and lock them up in their secure coop at night, because there are those animals that love to hunt when the sun starts going down. It starts to get darker, but there's still a little bit of light in the sky. Now by that time, your chickens should be roosting. At this point, if there's any feed in the chicken yard that's been left out, if they didn't finish their fermented feed, if there are any scraps that need to be cleaned up, I will clean those up before I put them in my coop, unless I forget. I'll take it, I'll put it in my coop because my coop is rodent proof. If your coop is not rodent proof, you just want to make sure that all their feed or scraps are in a rodent proof area because you don't want critters coming at night. The other thing that I will do right before I close up my chickens is I'll count them to make sure that they're all there. This might be a time when you realize you have a chicken that's broody that's sitting on 15 eggs, okay? You want to make sure that they're all there, they're all on the roost, that, no one is like hiding in the yard or gotten hurt in the yard. Count them before they go to sleep at night, okay? It'll give you much more peace of mind about your flock. Once everyone is accounted for, you know that it's been another great chicken day, and you had a nice day where you did not feel any stress about your chickens and you just got to enjoy them. I have a whole playlist all about the ins and outs of chicken keeping, some really basic information that I think will be helpful to you and help you to experience less stress in the chicken yard, okay? Because that is the point. We want you to be happy. That playlist is right here. It's 100% friendly backyard chickens education and entertainment, and I know you're gonna love it.